Good Tuesday morning, East Tennessee. My name is David Aldridge, Chief Meteorologist of Captain Accurate Weather, coming to you by way of the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. On behalf of Weigel's, fuel and food that's fast, fresh, and friendly, here's your East Tennessee weather update. Got to tell you, we got a great new banana pudding milk that's still on the shelves at your local Weigel's. Go bananas for flavor. I posted yesterday that there's the hint of a new flavor in the pipeline, so to speak. It's still a mystery as to what that may be, but if you are a fan of the flavored creation that Weigel's has been known for, banana pudding milk will only be on the shelves for a limited time. That I can assure you, so make sure you pick up a bottle today. It's just better when it's fresh, farm to store in 24, whether it's regular milk, maybe it's chocolate milk or something else. As you fill up your tank today, make sure you stop by a Weigel's today, grab some hot coffee. It's just better when it's with Tennessee cows. The milk, no question, is much better with Tennessee cows, but I do want to brag about the all-new banana pudding milk. It is delicious. Go bananas for flavor. Happy to have you here. By the way, the chill, and I mean the chill that we're experiencing this morning is pretty cold. Maybe not as cold as yesterday morning, but it's close enough. It's in the 30s. We're at 39 degrees at McGee-Tyson Airport on the 23rd of April, mind you. I mean, what's going on? I thought we were done with this cold. It's freezing, my friend, in Jonesville. It is 36 in Newport. And our friends in Crossville are starting off at 38 degrees. Now, not everybody has a frost advisory, but keep in mind when they measure the temperature at the airport, it's usually about 6 feet off the ground. I'm 6'1" if I don't slouch. So if you think about what grows at the ground level, like strawberries or blackberry, I don't know what's growing up, but it's usually a lot colder. It could be 37 here, but it could be closer to 32, 33, closer at the ground level. That's why frost can sometimes be a concern. It's 34 right now in Bell County, and it's the 23rd of April. You're going, this is crazy land. I know, but it won't stay like this. The winds are going to pick up, and we will find temperatures start to warm back up into the low to mid 70s today. So fear not, the cold air that you're experiencing now will be short-lived. But we do still have, technically, we still have a frost advisory until 9 o'clock this morning, and it affects areas in places like southeast Kentucky. It affects Morgan County, Scott County, Campbell County, don't want to leave you out, Claiborne County. If you're in Sneedville, Hancock County, you're under a frost advisory till 9 a.m. And they did modify their language. You can see it on my Captain Accurate weather app, which is free. Temperatures as low as 33 degrees. So it's cold enough, just shiver and maybe be a little bit cold. Good morning to you. By the way, it is Tuesday. It is the 23rd of April. I'm kind of curious what you are experiencing in terms of conditions. I'm on both YouTube and Facebook. Facebook, YouTube, both same time. Fred says grr, burr. He says burr, getting some coffee at Weigel's. Thank you, Fred, for being here. Thank you for your support. Marilyn Bell says happy Tuesday, everyone. It's going to warm up and be a great day. It will be. It'll be mostly sunny. I suspect Knoxville will finish around 73. And by the way, as you know, I'm a note taker. Yesterday, we ended up hitting 65 at 6:30 in the evening. So our high temperatures now, not uncommon to happen around 6 p.m. because we got these longer days. Of course, we manipulated the clocks weeks ago. So really, 6 o'clock, we sprung forward. Would have been more like 5 o'clock. But either way, at 65 was the high yesterday. We started off at 38. And right now we're 39, so they're pretty close to upper 30s to start today. This record high today is 89 from 1965. We're not going to be that warm. And we're certainly not going to be as cold as the record low today, which is 26 from 1986. If you like context, you've come to the right place. If you're on YouTube, want to say hi to you, want to pop up over to this other tab, I'll give a shout out. Be the first person to leave me a note on YouTube. I'll do my best to magnify your voice because I think a lot of the weather conditions this morning may be of interest not only to me, but to those who might be reading it throughout the morning. Frost advisory till 9 a.m. for all the blue shaded counties. It's not your imagination, but we're about 9 days removed. 9 days. 9 days removed from the typical last frost. But this is technically Knoxville, right? These dates that I show you on the screen come by way of our friends at the National Weather Service in Morristown, who keeps wonderful records. We have a wonderful weather record going back all the way to the 1800s with Knoxville. But it's interesting because the typical last frost, the median last frost, you could argue, over the last 30 years, typically occurs a few days either side of the 14th. But we're 9 days removed. This has not been a typical average year. It's not your imagination that it is a lot colder this morning. Visibility may be reduced in some spots where you see gray. There is maybe a hint of fog in some spots, but really nothing to get too excited about. That too shall pass. As far as visibility, let's show you the radar. Got some showers north of Kansas City. We're going to be watching that to come in late tonight. When I say late tonight, I'm probably like 1 or 2 or 3 in the morning. 1, 2, 3 in the morning. So if you got evening plans tonight, no problem. If you carry an umbrella tonight for your evening plans, why? You don't need to do that. Don't do that. But if you're going to be to work in the third shift, you'll find between 1, 2, or 3 in the morning, rain starts to move in, starts to populate the area. I have a 30% chance of rain tonight and a 40% chance tomorrow during the morning hours, because morning will be prime time for some showers on Wednesday. Still notice all the blue counties where it turns kind of a dark purple, and I'm looking up there further north. That's a freeze warning. They have some flooding concerns from the river flooding in those little green polygons or squares, rectangles around Louisiana, East Texas. But if we look further north, you can see there is some snow across the state line north of Minnesota and up toward maybe New England, but they've got some rain in parts of northern Missouri. That's the moisture we'll be watching later tonight. And there's some thunder there, but I think by the time it gets in here overnight tonight, it should be just plain old raindrops without the thunderstorms expected at that time. It is 6:46. I'll be done at the top of the hour. How much rain can we expect? And will it actually make it to my doorstep? Because that's all that matters, right? You don't care if it happens at your friend's house. You want to know if it happens at your house. 5 o'clock today, I don't see anything. The clock moved, but there's been no rainfall. But if I go to about 1 or 2, let's stop it at 3. 3 in the morning. Oh, there's some. Okay, it's coming from, I spy with my little eye, it's coming in from the north and west. So between 1 and 3 in the morning, some of you may picked up a few raindrops if you're up late or up early, depending on your frame of reference. But it doesn't really get into the Knoxville area until maybe minutes or hours later, and we may pick up 0.05 of an inch. Big deal. That's a no big deal. Yes, but you're going to want the umbrella tomorrow morning because some may pick up 1/10. Maybe some of you pick up 0.15 of an inch. Like maybe, I'm looking at overnight at 1,300. So it's not a lot of rain, but it's enough to say, hey, it's not maybe a pretty looking day tomorrow because you've got some rain in the morning, some clouds in the morning, then the sun breaks out Wednesday afternoon. We'll finish Wednesday at 72, the way I see it. We have some clouds right now. Most of these are the high thin variety, but expect a mostly sunny day expected. If you're just joining me at 6:47, these are the current temperatures. It is not a misprint. That is 32 in Jonesville, 33 in Middlesboro. Cold enough to see your breath. I'd say frost is a big concern if you're in southeast Kentucky this morning. And it is the 23rd of April. I want to say good morning to you. If you have a note, please let me know. Laura Johnson says she's got the burr and the chili in her description. She's in Kodak. Good to have Lana here. She says she's got coffee. Maybe Weigel's coffee is delicious. Everyone have a blessed day. Thank you, Lana. Fred's on here and Marilyn's here. And if you're on YouTube, let me know. I'd love to say hi. Leave me a comment. I sure do. Do my best to amplify, magnify your voice here on a Tuesday. By the way, it's 36 degrees right now in Jacksboro, 37 in Maryville, Alcoa, and maybe Von Orr in the upper 30s, 36 in Madisonville, Tellico Plains, starting off in Crossville, Cumberland County, 38 degrees. 36 in Newport. There's no wind really to speak of, but where it is moving 2 or 5 miles an hour, it might feel like it's 37. 35, not much of a wind chill. Dew points have dropped so far. A lot of us have reached some of those values, and that's why maybe you're seeing some fog, patches of fog develop, but many of us are pretty cold, relatively speaking, and a dry atmosphere for sure. But this cold snap will start to relent. We're going to see temperatures that by the weekend could be in the lower to mid 80s. Did you just say low to? Yeah, you remember that? Remember we were in the mid 80s like last week, and I kept saying it's going to get cold. Now he's changing his tune, honey. He said we're going to be in the mid 80s, low to mid 80s this weekend. Yeah, it's the pendulum. It's what happens when you go to the beach and you're surprised that the tide is low in the morning and it's high in the afternoon. It's not a miracle. It's nothing miraculous, although it is something to watch. If you are a weather fan, this weather pattern will not stay constant, that's for sure. We're at 39 in Knoxville. It's 40 degrees in Huntsville. Our friends in Paducah are waking up a little milder at 51. I suspect tonight's low will be around 52. So whatever Paducah's got, we're going to likely be in the low 50s this time tomorrow morning when the rain showers start to populate. By the way, temperatures here, no one's going to show you this. What I'm about to show you, so I've seen the national map on the national shows. I'm sure you have. But I seriously doubt they're going to show you the next part of this map that very few will ever see, because they just don't care to look because we're so focused on the lower 48. But if you look closely here, I see 28 degrees in Caribou, and I can take my little eyedropper. And say, I bet it's colder up here. What do you think? How cold do you think it is? You think it's like 25? Nope, it's 21. How about maybe over here? Is it maybe a little colder? How about 3? Oh, I see a 3. I see -9. Oh, but it's only April 23rd. I know. -14. There's some cold air. And you know what this corresponds with? Is that purple shading I like to show you at 5,000 foot temperatures. -14, -4. There's some very cold air back here. So keep in mind, we're not going to see that hold on its grip on us for much longer, but we will say, hey, it's kind of interesting. It's a gee whiz. I didn't know it could be that cold in late April, even further north. As you will see, it can stay cold at times. Sunrise and sunsets on your screen at this point with some patches of frost. Sun's up at 6:52, which is 1 minute from now. Good timing, Aldridge. Way to go, it's 6:52. And sun sets at 8:17. So we've got a long day, perhaps maybe to walk the dog, get some exercise after work, if you so choose. By the way, if you haven't picked up a bottle of the all-new banana pudding milk, can I just say I go bananas for this flavor. I just picked up another quart, and I will say I picked up special on the strawberry milk. I'm a big fan of that too. But if you're at Weigel's today, filling up your tank, be sure to grab the all-new banana pudding milk because it's only around for a limited time. It's just better when it's fresh, farm to store in 24, and it's just better when it's with Tennessee cows. Who would argue with that in East Tennessee? All new banana pudding milk, only around for a limited time, as we have been told by our friends at Weigel's at their Weigel's Facebook page. There's a new flavor that's going to be landing soon. I guess you could read into that how you wish, but there's going to be a flavor. I don't know what it is. They don't reveal that to me. I learn like everybody else does when it's released, and then I run to the stores and pick it up. But you may want to pick up a bottle of the all-new banana pudding milk today because it is on the shelves at this time. Sunrise, sunset on the screen. Let's keep moving. I'm looking at YouTube. I don't see any comment, but Facebook might have a new one. Kelly says hello. She's on here. She says, good morning. She's in Crossville. Pretty chilly, I'm sure, in the upper 30s, as we just noted. And Mr. Winter, says Wanda Poe, is trying to take over spring. She says summer want to take spring. Well, you said it would. Mr. Accurate Weatherman, thank you very much, Wanda. And Danny. Danny says, good morning, David. Have a great day. Go Vols. Hashtag Go Big Orange. Got to show you the bus stop forecast. Many of you might be headed out the door in the next few minutes. What a difference a few hours make, right? 30s. By 10 o'clock, we should be in the low to mid 50s. If you're an elementary school teacher that typically has recess at 10 a.m., you'll still want maybe the light jacket if they're doing the outside thing. But by 2 o'clock, should be around 67. I suspect we'll finish that 4, 5, and 6 p.m. time frame. 6 p.m., we could still be around 73 degrees. Here are my expected highs today. Here at 6:53, I expect we'll be about 74 in Newport later this afternoon and evening. 73 in Athens. 70 in Crossville, where Kelly is, and 72 in La Follette, Caryville, and Jacksboro. The clouds that I talked about are of the high-thin variety. They're the cirrus clouds. They run at about 25, 30,000 feet, and they're transient. They're not going to last all day. Once the sun comes up, it might make for a great sunrise, which is underway right now because it's 6:53. But you'll notice some of those high-thin clouds maybe first thing, and then it'll get brighter, just nothing but blue sky, and then the clouds will try and gather again later this evening as that system from the north and west tries to drop down. Headlines here on my screen, mostly sunny today. Showers very late tonight, as I indicate 1, 2, 3 in the morning. Will be a good time to watch that develop from the north and west. And then morning showers on Wednesday. We go from clouds to sunshine. Wednesday's high should be around 72 in the afternoon and evening. Now I want to show you, we just talked about negative temperatures. We just saw that up there in Canada. Like, I don't live in Canada. No, but it usually corresponds with that purple coloring in the upper right of the screen. And it retreats, but then it wants to come back. Look at Lake Superior. Look at some of the cold air just north of Montreal. That's the bone-chilling. I'm sure those who live up there say, oh, they're used to it. But really, late April, I remember when I lived in Rochester, it started snowing sometime after Labor Day, and then it didn't end until like after Mother's Day. Now, you think about that. Starts after Labor Day, starts snowing, have a white Halloween, which trick-or-treaters have done many times, and then it's still snowing around Mother's Day. Some of you will be like, I can't live here, I gotta move. So a lot of people do, but some people love it, and if you love that type of weather, that's what they're gonna continue to see, is cold air that bottles up across New England, across Lake Ontario, and upstate New York. It's just what we're gonna likely see. This is a projection of 12 midnight Thursday this week, some cold air aloft. But eventually, the back and forth comes back. The cold air retreats. The warmer colors you see in green, yellow, and orange start to move in here. But then by the time we hit maybe early May, there could be another surge of colder air trying to drop down from the north and west. As you can see, probably illustrated right there, another round of colder air that might move in next month. Snow potential, if you're in the gee whiz, I didn't know they could get that much snow. But look, I mean, when you see those little blue bombs of paint showing up across New England, they could get another foot or more of snow. I mean, I'm sure if you're a cross-country skier, and I'll tell you what, the Rockies have looked like that since October. If you've looked at this map like I have consistently, since last autumn. It has looked like that, and that's all new snow that might be coming around Denver. Amazing stuff as far as snow potential if you're a fan of the cold. And I know some of you are like, I'm so done with the cold. But you know and I know there are six little winters. We'll probably be moving from dogwood to blackberry winter in no time at all. As many of us like to recall what's in bloom, and when it's cold, that's the type of winter we might have. 39 degrees our current temperature, no wind to speak of, dew point's 34. I got another note from Janet Potts. She says she's got a chilly 36 in Talbot. Thank you, Janet. Anyone in Talbot or within short distance of Talbot would appreciate that. You're at 36. She says, bring out the sunshine. And Kelly says, going to a cookout for lunch today should be a little nicer. In fact, let's go ahead and show you what can you expect at cookout time. Granted, you are in Crossville, so you wouldn't necessarily match up with my Valley planner, but at my noontime here, about 62, I would put you in the mid to upper 50s in Crossville at lunchtime for you, Kelly. Thanks for joining us and letting us know what you're experiencing. 74, by the way, is the normal high this time of year now. Precipitation chances go to 30% tonight, 40% tomorrow, another 30% on Friday for some showers and maybe some showers and storms next Monday. Storm Prediction Center. I got a lot of maps to show you here. Kind of interesting because severe weather season typically is March, April, May, and we're coming up on the 13th anniversary. Not an anniversary everybody wants to remember, but if you were around in April 27th, 2011, that was 13 years ago. That's this Saturday. There was a very, very violent outbreak of tornadoes that occurred on that date, April 27, 2011. Many of you remember it. If you're in the Knoxville area, a lot of folks have stories of not only tornadoes, but hail damage that just tore apart aluminum siding off the homes. Well, this is kind of like the active season. You can get severe storms any time of the year if the conditions are right. But this is where the Midwest is going to really be under crosshairs for the next couple of days. Let me show you why. For today, it's going to be near Wichita Falls, Texas, north of Abilene. Yellow areas would be scattered severe storms, and a little hot spot around Chicago, where they and Milwaukee and Lansing could have some isolated severe storms today. But nothing going on here because we've got a mostly sunny day. But I point this out for travel purposes. What if you've got family in Oklahoma or Texas? Tomorrow, Wednesday, could be around Oklahoma City and around Abilene, Lubbock. Maybe some isolated severe storms there. But about Thursday, notice how it's getting more active. We've got level 2 in yellow. That's the scattered severe storms. That also includes parts of Oklahoma City and Wichita Falls, Wichita, Kansas. Lubbock, Texas may also have some active weather. But this just keeps on going. The Storm Prediction Center doesn't stop there. They do these longer range, day 4, day 5, day 6. They look at some of these hot spots, and this is where they think problematic areas, 15% or more. Notice the color legend changed, but by Friday, it's still going to be active for severe weather in places like Oklahoma City, Dallas, and maybe around St. Louis. That's their expectation. Saturday looks like this. Well, it doesn't affect us. No, it doesn't. But it's interesting because it's like just because the tree falls in the forest over there, you don't hear it, doesn't mean it didn't happen. We're going to have a nasty stretch of severe weather across the heartland country, and that's Saturday. So this is in another day. And then we talk about areas around Oklahoma City, Dallas. So we'll be keeping an eye on this for sure down the road. And Sunday. Did I show you Sunday? Sunday looks the same thing. It's like, why are they, is what's over there coming here? Apparently not. It's just going to park itself between Dallas, St. Louis, Little Rock, and Chicago right through Sunday while we enjoy some nice weather. There's a blocking pattern that will keep most of the storms off to the far west. It is now 6:59. My goal is to be done here in the next minute or two. Do my best by midday today. Lots of sunshine. No concerns. Cold front tries to drop down late tonight. There's 11 p.m. It's in central Kentucky near Lexington, and then it drops down between 1, 2, or 3 a.m. in the morning. Kind of parks itself here in the mornings. We've got some showers to work through. Then we get into the second half of tomorrow. It dries out. Sun pops out. We're up to 72. I think Thursday's beautiful. A sunny day. Gotta love that. And then heading into Friday, maybe a few more showers, thanks in part because of this warm front. It'll bring a few showers that may just swipe the area and work its way back toward eastern Kentucky. Futurecast for today, we go from the 40s at 9:30 to about, say, 63 at noontime. This would put Kelly's lunchtime, Eastern time anyway, at 62. So we'll keep an eye on that temperature, and then we'll finish the day, I think, by the end of the afternoon around 73. That's my expectation. And then the showers come in from the north and west, and you can see just limited amount of rain as we get through the morning. I've got a 40% chance of rain on Wednesday. Sunshine pops out Wednesday afternoon. We're in the low 70s. And then Thursday, just glorious day. Temperatures on Thursday should start off around 44. finish the day on Thursday at 75. So here's our forecast, 7 o'clock, straight up, mostly sunny. Did I mention there's a breeze today? You'll start to notice that breeze probably about 11 o'clock in the morning, and thereafter should easily gust 25 to 30. I would say around 30 for Knoxville, but winds will pick up 5 to 15 miles per hour. That's my expectation. Tonight, or today, I should say, 72 in La Follette, 73 in Oak Ridge, Clinton, and Seymour, 73 in Kingston, Rockwood, and Harriman, 75 if you're traveling toward Chattanooga, and about 70 for the Tri-Cities for this afternoon. For tonight, we're down to 52, more clouds, emphasizing showers do arrive very late tonight, well after midnight, 30% chance winds pick up or stay pretty steady, about 5 to 10 plus. Tonight, we're down to 49 for Newport, about 51 for Crossville, looking for a low in Oak Ridge, around 50 degrees first thing tomorrow morning. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville, East Tennessee. 72 on Wednesday. I've got mainly morning showers on Wednesday, 75. Thursday's glorious, nothing but sun. And then a couple of showers possible on Friday at 78, but there's certainly a warming trend as we head into the weekend. Temperatures will return back into the low to mid 80s. So if you're a fan of the warmth, a lot of the storms that we see across the country will be in the middle part of the country, but will not affect us here. Just a few showers on Friday, thanks to a passing warm front. Well, again, don't forget, if you haven't picked up a bottle of the all-new banana pudding milk, go bananas for flavor. I love it. Weigels, they've been serving our community for well over 90 years. I love it. And it's just better when it's fresh, farm to store. In 24, it's just better when it's with Tennessee cows. And they also have some great programs going on as far as their Weigels City Limits. If you register your My Weigels Rewards card or download the Weigels app, you are eligible for all kinds of great prizes. I will tell you that. There are some really cool things, especially related to music, Live Nation, and all the rest. So check them out at Weigels.com. Well, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.